All right, so today I want to go over 5 things that you need to know before you see a tailor.
あのね、駅の方にね、タバコの吸い殻をプイッとつけた通りんです。私、ハッとしました。だって向こうで警官に入ってるんですよ。その人気がつかないんです。
Number one, the first is you need to understand how you want to wear your clothes. So, what I mean by this is, do you prefer a loose fit? Do you prefer a tighter fit? Do you prefer a normal fit? And there's actually websites that you can go to kind of give you a better idea or sense of how you want your clothes to fit you. So if you go to, like, let's say Tommy.com, or you go to JCrew, or you go to ASOS.com, they have something called a Fit Finder. There might be different websites that call it something different, but anyway, you put in this information like your height, you put in your age, you put in your weight, you put in what you like, how you prefer your clothes to actually fit on you, and then they give you almost like like analytics, if you will, of whether or not customers have returned the item back based off of the selection that you put in. So it can be very, very helpful, and it's something that I use. And I didn't notice this actually some years ago, but I guess it's something that they've kind of implemented in clothing websites now. So that's really cool. And it just gives you a better idea as to how you actually want to wear your clothes if you don't really have a very good idea as to how you want to wear them. And it can change over time. And my style journey has changed multiple times, but you do want to come in kind of knowing that, because the tailor is going to make suggestions that you don't necessarily have to take. But at the end of the day, ultimately, you're going to know your body better than anybody, and you're going to know what looks best on you or what makes you feel the best when you come into a tailor shop. The second thing is the cost. And this is something that can fluctuate depending on not only the type of job that you're getting done, but also where you live and the tailor that you go to. If you live in a big city like mine, then you probably have multiple options to choose from in terms of tailors. Just simply call, ask them for like regular quotes on run-of-the-mill jobs, and then compare and contrast in terms of prices and different things like that. The next thing that I want to say is reviews. You want to make sure that you're reading reviews, that you're getting that social proof, because if you're anything like me, your clothes are probably super, super important to you, and you don't want them to be ruined. So I'm not saying that somebody who has a negative review or has a couple of negative reviews is necessarily a bad place to go to, but you do want to juxtapose that to the number of positive reviews and how recent those positive reviews have actually been, if that's the case. And then the fourth thing that I want to mention is you really want to use caution. Obviously, when we take our clothes to a tailor, usually we don't want them. Well, not usually. We always don't want them to get ruined. And some of the things that we buy, if you're like me, can be very, very expensive. And if I'm getting something taken in, for example, and I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be too tight of a fit, then I might have them not make it as tight, because I have had instances in which I have made them make it very tight, and then I wore it, and unfortunately it was too tight, and it was harder to fix and loosen up than it was if I had just simply had it, done in a smaller dose, and came back and had another job done to really get the look that I was going for. So you just want to use caution. That way you're not having to waste your time, your energy, and your money, because all three are important. The last thing that I would say is understand that what a tailor tells you is a recommendation. It's not gospel. That's not to say that the tailor doesn't know what they're talking about. It just simply suggests that, like I said before, you know your body better than anybody else. So you're going to know what looks good on you more than anybody else, and what you're most comfortable with, and how you want to wear something. That's just not something that the tailor is really going to know. However, they are going to familiarize themselves with your proclivities if you become a consistent customer of theirs, and then they'll just kind of, treat you like a regular, and they'll just do whatever it is that you want them to do that you normally get done, if you're, again, like me. So do keep that in mind. However, if you're not really sure and you're kind of at the beginning of your style journey, then take the recommendations. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you determine over time that it's not necessarily something that's working for you, you can change it up. And if you determine that it's the opposite, then you can keep it the exact same way. But those are my 5 tips before you actually go ahead and see a tailor. Go ahead, please follow me on all social media. Also, I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out this channel. And all of my links are in the descriptions below. Take care and have a good one.